Hey up troops, hey Littleton here again with another video, and today I come to you with an excellent talking point. I'm really sorry folks, I think we've had a power cut. I don't know what's going on here. Just the lights have gone out in the clubhouse bar. Oh, and we're back on. Must have been some kind of EMP device perhaps. Is Thatcher a good ban in 2023 with the introduction of pocket EMPs? With the introduction of Brava, Twitch getting slightly different with the way that you don't get your drone spawned anymore. Is Thatcher still a good ban in 2020? Everyone does it. We're attacking, ban Thatcher. We're defending, ban Thatcher. Everyone bans Thatcher. Is Thatcher a good ban? I waffled long enough. Let's discuss. Let's get stuck into it. First things first, let's shoot the radio. Right, so we ban Thatcher all the time. I say all the time. Thatcher's banned in 90% of ranked games, but why is that? Now, this goes back to a sort of a previous time in Siege, in my opinion, when Thatcher was stronger than he is now. He's actually not any different, but what I mean by stronger than he is now is there weren't other people that could do what Thatcher can do. Nowadays, there is. So, what does Thatcher do? We've got 2 bandit batteries on the floor here. We throw an EMP at the wall, and it disables the 2 batteries for 15 seconds. This will disable any electronic gadget that the defenders have put down for 15 seconds, whether that's a Jaeger ADS, whether that's a Malusi Banshee, whether that's a bandit battery, a K-Claw, whatever it is, as long as it's electronic. The things it doesn't affect are things like Goyo canisters and frost mats, because they're not electronic, they're mechanical. So why is this good? So the basis of Siege generally on most attacking sides is getting some kind of wall or hatch open, mainly a wall, to attack onto the side. So the attackers are normally on the other side of this wall. They want to breach this wall and they want to come and plant the bomb here. The easiest way into this bomb site, into this room, is through this wall. So the first thing you'll see as an attacker, really, if you were doing things right, is to think, one of the first things we need to do is get this wall open. You also need to clear rafters and grenade from below and cache and all that other good stuff, but let's just focus on the wall for now. One of the first things we need to do is get this open. Well, this is reinforced, so we bring thermite. Or now it's got a bandit on it, so now we need to bring a method of getting these batteries off or disabling so we can open the wall. Hence, Thatcher comes into it. Now, in a previous version of Siege, before OSA existed and before Duckerby existed with the secondary EMP device, Thatcher was the only bloke that had an electronic device that could disable gadgets. Yes, there was other ways of getting these off. You could grenade from below. You could throw a grenade from this window. You could bring Twitch. You could bring a multitude of different ways of getting the stuff off the wall. However, if you bring a Twitch, all I've got to do is watch this. If you bring grenades through this window, all I've got to do is put an ADS on this window. If you bring grenades from below, all I've got to do is place someone in blue or in stock, and you can't grenade from below. So there's ways of countering it. The easiest way is throwing this device on the other side of this wall to disable these batteries, because there's nothing I can do about it as a defender. So that's why Thatcher was so strong, because there was very few counters. Nowadays, there are differences. There's still no counters to Thatcher if you're on the other side of the wall, but there are other things you can bring instead. And we're going to look into, are they just as good as Thatcher, in just a second. So the first thing to bear in mind when using Thatcher is his EMP radius, because this is why I think Thatcher is still better than bringing an OSA or bringing a Dockerby, to an extent. So let's just throw this on the floor here, and there's something I need you to notice. Firstly, notice that the bandit batteries are at either side of the wall. And also in Siege, if you didn't know this, the middle of the wall to the edge of a reinforced wall on most typical walls is 2 meters. So there to there is 2 meters, therefore there to there is 4 meters, therefore there to there is 2 meters, there to there is 2 meters, therefore there to there is 4 meters. It's the same as this wall. This wall here is 2 meters, there to there. This wall here is 2 meters, there to there. This wall here is 2 meters, 2 meters, 2 meters, 2 meters, therefore 4 meters. I think I've got that point across fairly well. I don't think I need to go over that anymore. What, you want to do it again? Okay, 2 meters, 2 meters, 4 meters all the way across. So, what's interesting about that is Thatcher's EMP device has a range, or a radius. It's a circle range, a circle area of effect. So if I throw this on the floor, this will have a circle effect like this. It goes under the floor as well, of 5.2 meters. Let's just call it 5 meters for easy maths. So if I throw this in the middle here, it'll go 2.5 meters this way and 2.5 meters this way. And as we've just found out, these walls are 2 meters. So regardless of where you put the bandit batteries, as long as you throw the Thatcher EMP in the middle of the wall, both of those batteries are going to get disabled. Disabled and disabled. Now, why is that good? Well, it's brilliant because you only need one EMP. And also, you don't have to know where the batteries are before you throw it. But what we'll have to do now is I'll just flip over to another clip And we'll have a look at why that's good compared to the pocket EMP. Thank you, battery, for putting your batteries down. I'll need you again in a second, though. Okay, so we're back at the wall. Bandit has very kindly revived himself and put 2 more batteries down for us. So, why is Thatcher better than bringing this EMP device, which is just a smaller, friendlier, cuter version of what I've just noticed there's like a connection on the side of the EMP there. Did you see that? Like a sort of VGA plug connection. Never noticed that before. So why is Thatcher's EMP better than this EMP? So as we discussed first, Thatcher's EMP lasts for 15 seconds and has a 5.2 meter radius. This EMP lasts for 9 seconds and has a 1.8 meter radius. So imagine Thatcher's 5.2, remember, 2 meters either side of the wall, so 4 meters total. If you put this here, it's going to go to about there and there for Thatcher. So 5 meters across. This is only 1.8 meters across, right? So if I throw this here, it's going to be sort of here and here, slightly less. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get paint out. I don't know if I've done this before in a YouTube video, but this might be the first time. We've tabbed out. We're opening paint. Right, so here's your reinforced wall. I think I might have done this once in the EMP video that I did, but I'm doing it again. Now we want a line down the middle. That's not the middle, Andy. Oh my God, I'm doing this live, by the way. Don't worry about that. Right, so there's your, where's about the middle? About there, yeah? We're happy with that. You know what I'm doing anyway. So, middle's there. Then go back to the brush, and we've then got a bandit battery in green, here, and here. And we know that this is 2 meters, and we know that this is 2 meters, 2 and 2. Therefore, we know this is 4 meters. Okay, so if I now go red and get a circle, that means that Thatcher's EMP, if thrown at the middle of the wall there, bear in mind it goes underneath as well, is going to cover... how do you draw a circle well on paint? Do you go from the edge? Yeah, that's it. If you throw it in the middle at the bottom, it's going to cover that range, right? But bigger than that. There we go. That's something what I'm after. It's going to cover and widen the wall, actually. But why is drawing it? You know what I'm going to do with freehand? Let's not use the circle. You know, it's going to be from the middle here, you know, it's going to be 5.2 meters. There's your radius, right? Now, that's important because that means if the bandit batteries are at both sides, it means it doesn't matter. You can still hear siege, the bomb beeping in the background, by the way. It doesn't matter because the bandit batteries are going to be included no matter which side, right? However, the EMP radius is 1.8 meters, which is this big, right? That means if you throw it in the middle of the wall, neither of those bandit batteries are going to get picked up by the EMP. That's better, isn't it? I don't know why I didn't scroll down before. So neither of those bandit batteries are going to get picked up. That means you've got to drone where are those bandit batteries. This is why if you're playing bandit, you absolutely should not put your bandit batteries here because then both bandit batteries will be taken by one pocket EMP, and you don't want that. So if you want to get rid of one bandit battery, you've got an EMP here. That means you get rid of this one. However, that means this side of the wall is still bandited. This is still electrified, right? So bandit tricking is super easy because you only got to worry about one side. Yes, you can throw both EMPs. You can throw one that side and one this side. That's both EMPs gone then, though. And bandit can still bandit trick one side. So it's a bit of a tricky thing to do with a pocket EMP. You've got to make sure that you're throwing it in the middle. How many times are you playing Siege? Someone throws an EMP there and goes, oh, I didn't get it. Oh, the K claw's up here. Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, I didn't get either bandit battery. Back to Siege. So you've got to make sure when you're using that EMP that you're throwing it in the right place. Look, if we throw it in the middle, neither of the batteries... I was really worried then in case one of the batteries got disabled. You can see there, from throwing that in the middle, neither of those batteries, because it will have gone to about here and to about here, neither of those batteries got disabled. Throw it that side, that bandit battery gets disabled, but this doesn't. That means bandit, if I just jump onto my other keyboard, all he's got to do is this. Job done. That's both the EMPs gone, because we missed the first one. This one's now back online, and if he fancies it, he can pick that up. And now the wall's still safe. That is so much more difficult to do. Or, well, not difficult to do. It's so much easier to mess up than using Thatcher. That's probably the right thing to say there. So we've just come to the attacker selection screen quickly to look at who actually has these EMP grenades, because there's two operators that I always forget about that have got them. So, firstly, Sledge has got EMPs. Who takes EMPs on Sledge over frags? I have no idea. However, the same goes to say for Knock. Knock also has EMPs and hard breach charges, which is easily forgotten. But again, no one's going to take those EMPs over frag grenades. Now, the two people that you see all the time, or probably three people that you see all the time with the EMPs, is Dockerby. EMPs there. Lion. EMPs, and Osa here with EMPs. Now, Dockerby, Lion, and Osa are 3 really good ops at the minute. More so Dockerby and Osa. Osa especially on a site like CCTV on Clubhouse, where you can put the shields on the balcony outside, open the wall and play behind the shields, is incredibly strong. Dockerby, is there anything more annoying than just like you're hiding somewhere and you're like, right, this is definitely going to get me a kill by they've not droned me, I'm safe, and then you hear it just go oh, it's the worst feeling. Don't forget also there's Gridlock and Blackbeard as well. Gridlock is here and Blackbeard is here, who also have EMPs. So that makes a total of, I think, 8. Sledge, see if we can count these again. Sledge, Knock, Dockerby, Lion, Osa, Blackbeard, Gridlock. I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, and Monty. Monty has it as well. EMPs on Monty. So if you were playing a Monty, there's a good excuse to bring EMPs, but there's a reason we're seeing a rise in Dockerby and Osas. There's a reason. 1, because they've got good utility, but 2, bringing that pocket EMP means if you ban Thatcher, it's not the end of the world. You know, one thing we haven't mentioned about Thatcher in this whole video is the weapons that he carries. The AR-33 is really good. The L85 has a special thing on Thatcher. The L85 and a 2X, there's something about it. I've jumped into a free-for-all game and I'm literally, this isn't a voiceover, I'm about to play the free-for-all game as I'm talking about Thatcher here now. I've not played the free-for-all game and then done a voiceover. Oh, we've got the wrong, it's all gone wrong straight away. We've got the wrong display hertz. This is all part of the video. We do everything in one take. Production values up the wall. We'll change this to 240. Will we survive? Oh, he's on my left here. I can hear him. No, we won't survive. Anyway, so one thing we haven't mentioned is Thatcher's weapons, and that is the L85 with the 2X. I can't tell you how good this thing feels. Like, recoil is super low. Damage is really high. It just feels good with the 2X. Let's get upstairs and give it a try and talk about... Well, let's try and get upstairs and give it a try and go through my thoughts. Do I think Thatcher should be banned as much anymore? No, I don't. I think people just go into a comfort pick, and I think people just say, oh, who are we banning? I don't know who to ban. Get in the mud, Nesu.gg. That's a bit of revenge for you. Do I know who I should ban? No, I don't know who I should ban. I'm attacking. I think we should just ban Thatcher. And it's what everyone does. And everyone does it. And I do it. However, shoot the radio. There are some sites where I think Thatcher is a good ban. I think Clubhouse is not a good ban for Thatcher. And I'll tell you why I think that. Because there's methods of... Oh, I'm get shot in the back. I spent so long then I got shot in the back. There's methods of opening that wall on CCTV without bringing Thatcher. Pocket EMPs, nading from below, nading from the window, etc, etc. There's ways of getting the Cade Claw off the hatch in kitchen. You can put Habana pellets to the side. You can use pocket EMPs again. There's ways of doing it. There's ways of... This isn't a good idea to record this and talk, by the way. There's ways of doing it which doesn't require Thatcher, right? I don't think he's a good ban. I don't think he's a good ban across the board. I don't think he's a good ban on Clubhouse. I don't think... He's just disappeared. I don't think he's a good ban generally anymore. I think that he's just got me back. There's ways of doing it these days. Enough ways. There's Twitch, there's Brava, there's pocket EMPs, there's grenades, there's Capitao to stop bandit... Oh, the timing. There's Capitao to stop bandit tricking. There's all sorts of different things that you can do to not worry about banning Thatcher. And you know what? Not banning Thatcher opens up another ban slot, doesn't it? How often do you get absolutely shafted by an Osa or a Dockerby? Is that now a better ban because you get rid of one of the pocket EMPs? You get rid of the buzz. In high elo nowadays, I see Dockerby being banned a lot more, let's say a lot more than Thatcher. Probably about even in terms of numbers. How often... Oh, this guy is following me around. I see Dockerby being banned probably just... We're 3 and 6, by the way. I see Dockerby being banned just as much as Thatcher. Again, the timing is shit. If this is this guy again, I'm going to lose my mind. It's Nesu.gg just hanging in the back of the map. This isn't a good idea, is it? Because we really should be just getting to the point and not playing free-for-all whilst talking about Thatcher. But, look, we'll play one more life. I don't know why I keep spawning in on people. Is that guy still in here? That Nesu.gg just still chilling in here? He's not, is he? Must be dead. I'm going to search. No, he's not here. Right, so, in summary, is Thatcher a good ban in 2023? No. Are there better people to ban? Yes. Who are those better people? Probably Dockerby or Osa for me. I think there's enough ways now, and I'm repeating myself here, I know I've said this already. There's enough ways in Siege in 2023. Is that above? There's enough ways in Siege in 2023. Whoo! In the mud. There's enough ways in Siege in 2023 to get walls open, to get denials off walls without having to worry about Thatcher. Do me a favor, in your next couple of rank games, don't ban Thatcher and see how you get on. Didn't see that guy. It's that guy again. Don't ban Thatcher. See how you get on. Sorry for playing free-for-all whilst making a point in a video. But yeah, fingers crossed you've taken something from it, and we'll see you next time. Cheers!